Hey guys, Nick Buda here again with you from my studio, the Loft in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm sitting behind this beautiful Noble and Cooley kit. I'm going to video it from the front after I'm done with this song so you can get a better picture of exactly how gorgeous this kit is. But I'm going to do another tune for you, and we're going to feature these drums. It's not a, it's a slower 6/8 kind of vibe, so you're going to get to hear these drums a lot more in their tones and everything else within the track. I want to focus actually on the snare too. It's the Alloy Classic Noble and Cooley. I believe you've seen them before because they're very popular. They've been around for a while. But funny story about this particular one. It's actually been my oldest Noble and Cooley purchase. I've had this snare for, God, I don't know, 20 years or something like that. But I bought it because I'd heard a lot about Noble and Cooley, and I knew, I think I'd used this, a friend of mine had one or something like that. Anyway, so I bought it. At that point, I just started playing with a guy named Colonel Bruce Hampton out of Atlanta. And we had just gone in to start recording this record that was going to be on the Capricorn until they went belly up. But it's out there somewhere. But anyway, I bought the snare, and the first time I ever used it was I took it straight into the studio. I think I was 25 years old. Okay, so not quite 20 years ago. Why don't we say 10, 15 years ago? And I used it on that whole record. I didn't use another snare drum the whole time. Anyway, that's been awesome, and I've had it out on the road for many years after that. And then when I started my studio career here in Nashville, this was one of the first snares in my arsenal, which has now grown to be a lot more. But this snare has always taken prominent standing. And I know I used it on at least multiple tunes during the Taylor Swift recording days, as well as an album I did with Jewel. I used this snare quite a lot on. Anyway, to say the least, it's been a prominent snare. And it's sort of neat that just happened because I'd heard about it, and then I fell in love with it once I bought it. And all these years later, I've struck up a relationship with the Noble and Cooley family, and now all of a sudden I'm getting to play a lot more of their stuff, which is pretty awesome because as you'll hear in this track, naturally good sounding drums. I don't have anything, what you hear when you hear this track, there's no plugins, processing, whatever involved in the tones of these drums. They're going straight in, not mixed at all. It's just, it is what it is. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Here it is. This is just to give a little credit where credit is due, a good friend of mine, Bobby Hamrick, is a writer here in Nashville. And I think I've done something else of his for a Modern Drummer video online deal before. I like this tune. It's sweet. Like I said, there's nothing crazy to it other than it's just a cool little tune. And I actually recorded it for him a while ago, but when I was thinking of what song I wanted to do, I thought it'd be cool to do this one. So, yeah, let's do it.
What bar in what town overserved him? Was it whiskey and water, tonic and gin? When he pulled out his bow around closing time, what made him aim for your heart and mine? There's only one explanation for this misguided infatuation. What was he thinking?
So here's a better view of the kit as a whole. This is a Horizon Series Noble and Cooley. Basically, we've got maple shells with a supply of mahogany on the inside. Kind of gives it a warmer tone maybe than what maple would normally give. A little bit of a vintagey vibe on the shells. Round, warm, yeah. Anyway, and you can see these guys, the craftsmanship is just awesome. I mean, you can see within the grain how they've done this coloring is just beautiful. The hardware, it's I can't say enough about the craftsmanship on these drums. And obviously, as you can tell from that track, they don't just look good. You know what I mean? So yeah, Noble and Cooley drums. What can I say about them? There's going to be a lot more to come.